Welcome back to Second and Short. It is May 20th, 2024. I forgot to say the day of the week. Again, it's Monday. I don't know why I've done that twice now. The NFL schedule, all the way out. Paul Skenes is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Man City won the Premier League for the fourth time in a row. First team in Premiership history. Scotty Scheffler got arrested on Friday. Still made his tee time. And Xander Schauffele won his first major at the PGA Championship. Got a lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot of things happening in sports at the moment. Luke, how you doing?
I'm great. I love seeing mugshots of golfers.
That is true. It's very
A lot of those.
Yeah. Well, it's really just
The fact that he still made his
Tiger
tee time.
and
is
Scheffler.
insane. I know. But two really popular, ones. But
Yeah.
still made his tee time. That's pretty impressive.
It is impressive.
He's for the boys.
Yeah, he is for the boys. That was a crazy situation. We'll talk about it a little bit later, but just so much going on. Obviously, Colin's not here. He couldn't make it today. He had to work. Fuck Colin. He's not listening.
Super sub Luke.
Yeah, we've got Luke. 3 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
Because we had you last week. We're gonna have you now, and then on Friday as well. And we're gonna get to talk about the Premier League a little bit today. So that's nice.
On a really important day to talk about the Premier League.
Most important day probably. Overall, we've got the MLB recap, of course. Going to talk NFL schedules, favorite matchups, our teams, kind of record predictions. We got a little bit of college football to talk about. And it's mainly just because one thing made me really want to talk about college football that I saw the other day. Going to talk about that Premier League finale, PGA Championship for a couple minutes, and then if we've got time, we're going to hit some Sporcles. Sounds like a plan?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited to do Sporcle.
Well, Nathan, quit rubbing your eyes behind the camera. Wake up. And, let's talk about the MLB. Paul Skenes, obviously, he's a Hall of Famer, like I said in the intro. Look, he had a hell of a second career start.
Yeah, he did.
Good God.
I have plenty of Paul Skenes in my notes as well.
So do I. So, he struck out the first 7 batters he faced, lost the perfect game on a walk in the 5th. He exited the game after the 6th. He recorded 6 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, 1 walk, no earned runs, no hits on 100 pitches.
My God.
And the no-hitter was lost to the 3rd batter after Skenes exited. The Cubs and Pirates have been in the same division every year since Wrigley Field was built in 1914. And Skenes is the first Pirate ever to strike out 11 Cubs at Wrigley.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's insane.
That's a long time.
Yeah. There was also a sign in Wrigleyville that they showed on the Pirates broadcast that said, in quotes, "The professor schools the new kid at 120." Let me tell you, the professor did not school the new kid.
No.
Obviously, that would be Kyle Hendricks. His nickname is the professor. But yeah, Paul Skenes kind of schooled the professor.
Yeah.
Because they were up like 8-0 when he left the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Not too much teaching going on there from the professor.
No, not at all. What you got on Paul Skenes?
So he was also really hard to call, which kind of contributes to the fact that his pitches were like 101 with like 17 inches of run, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like DeGrom sinker level kind of ridiculous pitch from Paul Skenes. But anyway, contributing to Paul Skenes' 17 inches of run and just pure velocity on his fastball and other pitches, that game was actually the worst correct call rate of any umpire from Brian O'Nora, or Nora, I think is his name.
Yeah.
It was like an 84.8 correct
It was
call
bad.
rate. Yeah.
But it's hard. He is hard to call. You're right.
Yeah,
It's
super
not
hard.
that it was a bad umpire performance. It's just that his pitches move so much and
they're
it's so
fucking
fast. It's like impossible to call right.
Yeah.
So, I don't blame Ryan Nora or whatever his name is for getting that wrong.
Yeah.
It's
Very difficult. And I think, top fastest pitches by an MLB starter this year, Paul Skenes is the top 9.
Wow.
Yeah, so looking like Giancarlo Stanton with exit velocity here. Jose Soriano was the only other player on that list.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Paul Skenes is killing it.
Absolutely killing it. Yeah, the Pirates got a dog there.
Yeah, shout out Livy's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Speaking of strikeout streaks and 11 strikeouts, Louis Skill, or Hill,
Oh,
however you
yeah.
want to say it. He did kind of the same thing.
I think it's that silent G.
Okay, silent G. So Hill or
Yes,
Ill?
Hill.
Okay, because that wouldn't be a silent G. That'd be an H.
Well, it's still the silent G in Spanish.
But in English, it'd be a silent G. It would just be ill, but whatever. He did that for the Yankees against the White Sox. 11 strikeouts, his career high.
Yeah.
Fantastic outing for him.
Yeah. And then he had, wait, did you say 11?
Yeah.
I have 14.
Oh.
Yeah,
Maybe
it was
I saw that
14
early.
It was a 14 strikeout game, and he actually broke the Yankee rookie record from El
Wow.
Duque, and El Duque threw the first pitch of that game.
That's sick.
Yeah, insane.
Okay, so yeah, 14. That's crazy. David Fletcher in some hot water. I think we talked about him like last week about throwing knuckleballs in the minor leagues as a pitcher. He was apparently betting with the same bookie that Ippei Mizuhara was. David Fletcher just happens to be like the only guy who like Shohei Ohtani has said like he was friends with.
Wow.
So that's a little weird.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Shohei's right back into it.
Uh-oh.
I don't know, but yeah, David Fletcher might be in some trouble.
Did he, what's Shohei's interpreter's name?
Ippei Mizuhara.
Ippei Mizuhara. Was he did he ever try to drag Shohei down or like try to put any of the
No.
blame on him in that situation?
And that's why it's fishy.
Yeah. That is fishy.
No, he didn't try nothing.
Hmm.
Or maybe it's just that he knew he was wrong. He's
Yeah.
an honorable man. Who knows? Rafael Devers can't stop hitting home runs. 5 games in a row now.
Oh my god.
Ties the Red Sox franchise record for most consecutive games with a home run.
Dang.
Yeah,
David
he is
Ortiz
just
played on
killing
that
it.
franchise. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, he's killing it right now. I don't know what else to say. Blake Snell looks like he's ready to come back up. So he started the season up, got a little banged up in his first game because he, signed late, didn't get to do spring training, and kind of threw off his rhythm. Goes down to the minors, and in 2 starts, he's 1-0 with 9 innings pitched, 17 strikeouts, no runs, no hits, and a walk.
Those poor minor leaguers having to deal with rehabbing guys, man.
Yeah, it does
Oh my
suck.
God.
That must be like the worst.
Yeah.
Unless you're on their team.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
And they typically buy you dinner.
Really?
Yeah. That's like a normal thing. It's like the
Okay.
big leaguers that make a ton of money. They go down, they buy you dinner if you're
Yeah.
on the team when they do the rehab starts.
I always wondered what that's like for like a legend to be on a minor league team. Like, what's the clubhouse like?
Like
what does
I
he do?
remember for some reason I vividly remember A-Rod rehabbing for is it the Thunder? Is that what they're called? The Storm
Double
or
A.
the Thunder or something like that?
Trenton
Yeah.
Thunder.
Yeah, I vividly remember him doing a rehab assignment down there for some reason. But yeah, like Justin Verlander has obviously done a lot of rehab starts in his career.
Yeah.
But I think like a story came out like last season where like when he was down there doing a rehab start, or maybe it was 2 seasons ago when he was with the Astros, and he like he bought like a crazy ass dinner for the whole
cool.
team.
I like that.
Yeah.
Too bad other guys like Chris Sale just destroy your minor league dugout TVs.
Exactly.
They probably don't have many of those. Probably just got it.
No, and I'm pretty sure he gave them a lot of money after that.
Yeah.
The Rangers walked off the Angels in the 13th inning on a hit by pitch. That's just so Angels,
Yeah.
man. They just can't do right by themselves.
No, not
It's
at all.
crazy.
They have to have Mike Trout holding their hand.
Yeah, and when he's hurt, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Speaking of injuries, Jung-Ho Lee, sadly, out for the rest of the season. Tore his labrum, getting shoulder surgery to repair it. He's going to miss the rest of the season. He
Bummer.
was off to a great start, was pacing to win a Gold Glove like I predicted. He's not going to, which is unfortunate.
Dang.
Um,
Hate that.
in good news for the Giants, Luis Matos went insane on Friday and Saturday. He recorded 11 RBIs across those 2 games. Friday, he went 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and 5 RBIs. Saturday, he went 3 for 5 with 1 double, a 3-run homer, and 6 RBIs.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and before those 2 games, he only had 6 RBIs on the season. So
Double
now
it.
it's 17.
Jesus.
It's crazy.
Good for him. Damn.
Yeah, an insane weekend, I guess, for Luis Matos.
Shout out Luis Matos.
Shota Imanaga continues to
Oh, my
dominate.
God.
He is the NL Rookie of the Year.
And he runs on Duncan.
That's true. He does run on Duncan. He said the only time he really leaves his house is to go to Dunkin'
Donuts.
and get what do you say, a iced latte?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good for him, man.
I guess that's what powers a 0.84 ERA in your first 9 career starts.
Yeah, I'd never get tired talking of this
No.
guy. He is
It seems like
incredible.
every week we're like, Oh, he made another great start.
Yeah, here he is doing the
Yeah.
same thing he's been doing all year long.
Well, he broke a record with this one. It's the lowest in a pitcher's, or the lowest ERA in a pitcher's first 9 starts since 1913, when the earned run became an official stat in both leagues.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and there's only one other pitcher that's ever had an ERA under 1 in their first 9 starts. Is Fernando Valenzuela, who had a .91.
Yeah, I think, to kind of use what you just said to like look at a more like holistic view of just baseball in general, like it seems now more than ever, and more so in any other sport, that baseball just has the best young talent over NBA, NFL, soccer.
And I think the best thing about Shota Imanaga is he's not young, because I think I'm pretty sure he had another. Like, he went through 2 contracts in Japan.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, he's 30 years old.
Oh, wow. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I just meant rookie.
Yeah.
Like rookie,
and
young
he is a
player.
rookie,
Yeah,
but
my
yes.
bad. That's crazy, though.
Yeah, there's just, an influx of talent coming from Japan. And I think it's a mixture of young and just, like, experienced guys from over there.
Yeah.
Because, like, a lot of those dudes, they start their career as soon as they get out of high school over there. So, like, they start their career at, like, 18 or at 20. They play, 4 years, 6 years, whatever it is, and then they come over. Guy like Imanaga had success over there. He won 2 Cy Youngs over there. Like, he's a dog, and comes over here kind of late into his career, but still obviously a great pitcher. He could probably make, a 10-year career out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
He's insanely
Love that
good,
guy.
though. And a guy who's not good but has been in the MLB for a while, Edwin Diaz. He is sucking right now. He gave up a 3-run home run to Josh Bell to allow the Marlins to tie it up in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out the other day. And now the Mets will be doing a closer by committee until he literally, in quotes, gets his confidence back.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know what's happening to Edwin Diaz, but coming back from this Tommy John, or what? No, it wasn't even Tommy John. He got like a leg injury.
Yeah.
He's celebrating in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something about this coming back from this injury has just killed his confidence.
Yeah, I hate that for him.
It does suck.
But fuck the Mets.
Yeah, fuck the Mets. That's something we can certainly agree on.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't have much more, but I do have a fun Joey Gallo stat to end off with.
I love hearing about this motherfucker.
Yeah. So 2024, Joey Gallo, strikeout to single ratio, 46-1. That would be 1 single, 46 strikeouts.
Dude, he's horrible.
He's a baller.
He's horrible.
Yeah, Joey Gallo and Imanaga are the same age. Thank you for that stat.
Wow.
Yeah, Joey Gallo sucks. Plain and simple.
Really, ever since the Yankees trade.
Ever since he left the Rangers.
Yeah. The Yankees trade.
Was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought he had a stop before that. I'm
Yeah,
not
because
sure.
we got him just after the home run derby. I think.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
watched
know.
him in that home run derby.
He's a dog, or he was.
Yeah.
He was for the longest time. He had never popped out to first base in his career.
And he's a lefty too. Isn't
Yeah.
he? That's really weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was like a long going stat. Yeah, that's the end of my MLB stuff.
He
I really
probably
don't have
has
all
now.
that much. What you got?
Yeah, I only have a couple more stuff because you hit on some of my notes as well. 2 great minds think alike. But I have an 1883 stat here for you. So old
remember
Hoss Rayburn.
Oh, okay.
This guy in 1883 threw 678 innings, 73 complete games. He had 60 wins. And just for reference, Logan Webb led the league last year in innings pitched. He had 216.
Yeah, but those guys also like
Came in drunk, didn't feel anything.
Well, no, it's that every single game was a complete game, and they would also pitch like every other day.
Yeah. Yeah, just insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Like if you go back and look at like any starting pitcher from like the early year, like the late 1800s, early 19, like really up until like Bob Gibson era, like the live ball era, it's all ridiculous numbers.
Yeah.
Like Warren Spahn has some crazy games where like he threw like 13 innings in a game. Like guys just
ridiculous.
did that.
Ellie De La Cruz had like a in-stadium post-game interview after, I guess, it was a win over L.A. Ellie De La Cruz said that he felt like L.A. was his city. Why, you might ask? He answered because he played a lot of GTA.
Oh, yes, I did see that. Yeah. He said he
was-
played a lot of GTA growing up, which is awesome.
That was funny. Here's another fun stat. We like talking about this guy here on the podcast. George Kirby has played 65 games in his MLB career. He has 45 walks.
That's insane. Wow.
And not even a bad ERA. He throws
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Love George Kirby. And then I kind of have like another Yankees overview here. So the Yankees have won 7 straight, 2 sweeps, one against the Twins, one against the White Sox. Of course, it's not very hard to beat up on the White Sox. They're literally a fucking joke right now.
Very true.
The starting pitchers for New York are having a field day without Garrett Cole, which is really, really surprising me. Like, I didn't expect Stroman to find consistency, and I also didn't expect Clark Schmidt to have improved this much. He's been tearing it up.
Yeah.
Clay Holmes is, he's the heart attack closer, but he has been super, super good as far as ERA. And the offense has been fun. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Giancarlo Stanton as hot as he is now in pinstripes, to be honest.
This is some of the best baseball he's played in a Yankees jersey for sure.
And then Judge and Soto are right there with them, also on fire. So, yeah, that's it for my notes.
Yeah. Okay, I have to shout him out. I was going to not say it. I have to. Alek Manoah had a good start.
Oh, no.
I hate to break it to everybody, but on this edition of the Alek Manoah check-in, he did a good job. It's unfortunate, but yeah, he did. 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, 7 Ks, 1 walk.
Damn.
Against the Rays.
Oh, so he's back up.
Yeah.
What constituted him getting back up to the MLB?
I don't know. I guess they just were like letting him chill.
Yeah.
And then they brought him up last week. I think he pitched like shit, to my recollection. And then, yeah, I don't know what happened, but he looked great.
Okay.
Got to give it to him.
Yeah. Shout out Alex Manoah.
Yeah. Look, if I'm going to shit on him, I got to give him his flowers when he's good.
Right.
That's how I see it, only with him.
Yeah.
Just because the amount of times I've shit on him in the last year.
Oh, man.
All right. I guess that's the MLB. Yeah, there's really not much happened this weekend since we last talked. So, not too much there to talk about. But let's go ahead and talk about the NFL schedule release. Some great videos, a lot of great matchups to talk about, a whole lot of stuff. And I'd like to start with some primetime games. These are so all of my stuff I did through week 10. The reason I did that because after that you start talking about like flex scheduling and stuff, and then you also like that's kind of where we'll know like who the teams really are.
Yeah.
Is once you get to week 10, it's like, okay, these are the playoff teams, these are not the playoff teams.
For sure.
So I don't want to be like, man, this matchup between these two teams would be great in week 17 and like they both suck by then.
Exactly.
So I don't want to do that yet. So I only went to week 10.
Nathan, can you real fast pull up the Steelers schedule for me? Thank you.
But yeah, let's start with some primetime games. First of all, Thursday night opening game. Amazing. Ravens Chiefs to start the season.
AFC Championship
awesome.
Rematch.
Yeah, it's great.
And the Ravens are regular season merchants, so this one could go in their favor this time.
That is true. They have won a Super Bowl. I would like to remind you of that. But they are regular season merchants at the time.
2012.
Yes. It's more recent than
they've been a regular season merchant since Lamar Jackson has been there, in my opinion.
Yeah, because Lamar Jackson can't win the big one.
No. And he hasn't even made it to the big one yet.
No, but he can't win any big games.
No.
Unless it's in the regular season.
Thanks, Nathan.
Week 2, Thursday Night Football is great as well. Buffalo versus Miami.
Yeah, that one's going to be great. I wish Miami could get it more figured out as far as, when they play real NFL teams.
That's true. And maybe they have.
Yeah.
We don't know.
They're a fun team to watch, man.
Definitely are.
Yeah.
Yes, and they're going to just keep getting more fun
to
watch. Week 4, Sunday Night Football, Buffalo versus Baltimore.
Yeah.
Fantastic matchup.
Awesome game.
I can't wait to watch that one. And that's going to be a fun one because that's going to be one where it's going on while me and Colin are recording.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be a whole lot of fun.
You're getting close to my favorite.
Week 6, Buffalo versus New York.
Nope.
Oh,
but that is still a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And week 10, Detroit versus Houston. I believe that's Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
That one was awesome.
I guess you're sleeping on the Steelers a little bit, but Steelers and Cowboys is going to be great.
No, Steelers and Cowboys will be all right. I don't know where those teams will be at that point.
Very true.
That's my question because they both start off the season kind of tough.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, just wait until I talk about what's on the fucking screen. Just let me get there. Just let me get there.
You guys might be so fucked in the second half of the year.
Listen, I'll just go ahead and say it now. So Steelers have a week 9 bye week, and then we have, the Commanders. Very easy. So then we get to week 11. Sunday, November 17th, the
playoffs start on November 17th for the Steelers.
Yeah. We play in this order. Listen up, Steelers fans. It's Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Kansas City on Christmas, might I add. So don't, watch that one. And then Cincinnati again, week 18. So, Yeah, a lot of people are already saying it's Mike Tomlin's first losing season because, I mean, just that stretch from week 11 to the end of the season is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
like
and
literally
like,
ridiculous.
I think what does play in your favor is that out of your first 8, really out of your first 9 games, you definitely have a chance to win 9 of them.
Yeah.
Which is the best part.
Yeah.
Will the Steelers be 9-0 by week 11? I don't think so.
We don't even play an AFC North team in that first half. So
that's what I don't understand about how you guys' schedule was put together.
Yeah.
It literally doesn't make sense.
The AI failed there. ChatGPT did not work for the NFL writers. But the fact that we have to play every team in our division twice and Philly, Kansas City, and that's the only other 2 teams there that's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Like that's really fucking hard.
Yeah.
And, especially with the AFC North, you always have like injuries within those games as well because of how physical it is. There's a lot to think about for the Steelers going through that part of the stretch.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. But we'll kind of go through the games once we get into our team's record predictions. But I'd like to talk about some regular season, non-primetime matchups that I absolutely love. Week 1, Dallas versus Cleveland.
Yeah.
I think that's a big pace setter for both of these teams.
Yeah.
I think each team has to come out of the gates hot if they want people to buy in, because there is question marks around both of those teams right now. So it's like we're still trying to figure that out.
That game could be a shootout too.
Yeah. And then you jump to week 5, Buffalo versus Houston, like a 425 game. That's going to be awesome.
Love that.
Yeah. Like those 2 teams are 2 teams I'm super high on in the AFC.
Yeah.
If you couldn't tell, I've said Buffalo a lot in these games. I like Buffalo a lot this season.
Yeah.
Week 7, Kansas City versus the 49ers Super Bowl rematch.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 425 game as well.
Love that. As well.
And then week 9, Dallas versus Atlanta. I believe that's a 1 p.m. in Atlanta.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, very
Dallas
interesting
coming
match.
to Atlanta. There's probably going to be a lot of fans at that game.
Yeah, a lot of Dallas fans.
Yeah.
That's just how that goes. Thank you, Nathan. All right. Well, yeah. Why don't we just go ahead or do you have other matchups that you want to talk about?
No, not really.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, like I just kind of looked through the first 10 weeks, and these were the games that caught my eye. Obviously, there's a couple that are like, good division games, but I was trying to stick away from some of the division games just because you never know how that's going to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you start with the Steelers.
As my score prediction?
Or, your
so
prediction. You can just kind of go through the games.
Okay, cool.
Give
Thank
an
you.
idea.
Atlanta in Atlanta, dub. Denver in Denver, dub. Chargers, dub. Indianapolis, dub. Dallas, I have a hard time saying that the Steelers are going to be 5-0 to start the season, so I'm going to take the first L there. And then I think I'm going to go back-to-back with Vegas because we never play Vegas very well.
Interesting. In Vegas.
We're going to win against the Jets, though, on prime time, and I think we'll beat the Giants as well. So there's 2 losses, and the rest are wins. Bye week, Commanders is a win.
So you're 7-2 at the moment?
Yeah,
correct?
We're going to win against Baltimore. Probably lose Cleveland and Cincinnati back-to-back there. We're going to beat Cleveland the second time, though. I think we lose to Philly. And I think we sweep Baltimore for the second year in a row. I'm very confident playing those guys. We lose to the Chiefs, and I think we lose to Cincinnati in that second game.
10-win season.
Yeah.
Okay. I can respect that.
Getting swept by Cincinnati would fucking blow, though. Like, I absolutely hate saying that, but I don't know. Maybe 11 wins. I'll take back that last Cincinnati loss.
I think instead of sweeping Cincinnati, you would split both Cincinnati and Baltimore.
You think so?
I
and
think
sweep
so.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleveland could be good as well. We don't know.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Is like we're looking to like week 12 or week 11 is when you guys start playing in your division, and it's just this ridiculous gauntlet that you guys have to run. There's no telling where these teams are going to be at.
No.
But any of them could lose any of those games.
Yeah, and I mean, really, even since I would say like 2020, maybe 2021, the Browns have always been able to beat the Steelers.
Yeah.
Since like that time.
That's true.
But no, I'm the team got a lot better, but this schedule's really, really tough for Pittsburgh. But I'm still hopeful. I love what we have going on. So.
Okay. So I think the Falcons are going to start 2-5. 2-3 regardless. 2-3 regardless out of those first 5 games. So I I don't know who exactly we're going to beat. It could be New Orleans and Philly. It could be New Orleans and Tampa. It could be New Orleans and Pittsburgh. It could be Kansas City. I don't fucking know. I think we start out 2-3. So I really don't know how I feel about those first 5 games.
That 2 division games and then Steelers, Chiefs, and Eagles. Wow.
Yeah. And then I think we beat Carolina, beat Seattle. We'll take a loss to Tampa. I think we're going to beat the Cowboys because it's 1 o'clock at home. The Cowboys aren't great on the road.
Yeah.
I think we beat the Saints the second time around. If we're going to split with the Saints, so whatever that is. We beat Denver, beat LA, beat Minnesota, beat Vegas, beat New York, beat Washington, beat Carolina. That's why. Yeah. It sounds crazy, but you got to remember this is the weakest schedule in the NFL, and it's clear by that second half. So if the Falcons can come out and look good and go 2-3 at that start, I think it's attainable to win like somewhere from 12 to 13 games.
Yeah,
no, because that second half of this, like after we played Dallas, it's easy sledding outside of New Orleans at New Orleans the next week. But even if you look after that game, Denver, Chargers, Vikings, Raiders, Giants, Commanders, Panthers, like
very easy.
That's super easy, and I'd hope that that's not a point in the season where we'd be slipping.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I think what does bode well in your favor, though, going back to those first 5 games, is 4 of them are home.
Yeah.
Which is really helpful for y'all. So, yeah, I think actually, to your point, with the first 5 games being mostly home and then like the second half kind of getting a little bit easier, the Falcons are kind of set up here to have a really good season. I
don't like that we're playing primetime 3 times in those first 5 games. That's why I think we could definitely go 2-3.
Yeah.
It's like we could win the games that aren't in primetime. Kirk Cousins is literally known for not being good in primetime.
That is true.
So...
underratedly,
could be an issue.
I can't wait for the Thursday, October 3rd Tampa primetime game on Thursday. That one's going to actually be a decent game, I think.
I know. It's going to be a fantastic one. So, yeah, I think we either go 13-4, 12-5. And I know that's crazy, but once again, I can reason that with it being we have such a bad second half of the schedule that we could lose the first 5 games and then win out.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, that's how our schedule got made, and it's kind of the exact opposite of you guys' schedule.
And on top of that, the Falcons only got better.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
Outside of maybe the defense, just because the defensive coordinator, I think, was a big part. I think Ryan Nielsen was maybe a bigger factor in why that defense was so good, maybe more than the players we had.
Yeah.
And so, yes, we kept a lot of them and we added to it, which I love. But we lost Ryan Nielsen, and I don't know how that's going to affect us yet.
That's a good point, yeah.
I think that's something that people are forgetting, especially Falcons fans are forgetting about the Falcons, is that maybe it was the coach.
Yeah.
Because he was a fantastic defensive coordinator. Everybody said it, and then he leaves, and everybody acts like they don't care.
Yeah.
I think that's something you have to look at.
Well, I know one thing. Jesse Bates still exists.
That's true.
And he does play for the Atlanta Falcons.
Yes.
You don't know how happy I am, the fact that he's not in the AFC North anymore, and he plays like in Atlanta. I would actually we need to try to make it to week 1.
I would love to, but it is going to be pricey. Right now, tickets as low as $155.
Yeah.
Looks like we're not going.
49. You can go see the Saints for $49?
Yeah, that's weird.
Wow.
Rather surprising.
Yeah.
Both of those are at home too. Saints and Bucks the next week. Thursday makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, Carolina week 18 is $42.
Yeah, but you can also go at Carolina for $26.
Yeah.
That's about the price of the gas it would take to get you to Charlotte.
You can go see Herbo for $37. Wow.
Brutal. I would assume if we do start off well, though, those ticket prices will change.
Yeah.
I can safely say that. Yeah, I don't know if there's really much else to talk about with our teams there.
To be honest, I really need to look more around the league and see what other teams are doing because I don't know if anybody got as shafted as hard as the Steelers did. Oh man.
Like there are some teams that have some tough schedules.
Let's see Chicago's, Nathan. I want to see what their new
they've
team's
actually got a
line up
very
and do.
fun prime time. I think it's Sunday Night Football against the Texans. Yeah, Sunday Night Football against the Texans week 2. That is to prove it.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to win to prove that you've done something there.
No.
because Houston's very good.
Yeah.
So if you can just keep it close with Houston in Houston on Sunday Night Football,
That's a great outing.
Caleb Williams in his second week, that could be a big deal.
Yeah.
Even if it's 24-21 Texans, I think the Bears come out as like they look really good.
Yeah.
I think that would be the storyline out of that game.
I can't wait for an NFL with present Bears fans.
Yeah.
Like Bears fans that exist.
Yeah. And I love the fact that we are at this point where there is like an actual, like there's a split. There's the old quarterbacks and the young quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I love that we're at
Yeah.
that point now. Because like there was a little bit of that when like Brady and everybody was still around. Obviously
Yeah.
Rodgers is still around, but like Brady and Roethlisberger, Rivers, Breeze, those
That's
guys.
the era I miss.
Yeah. And now we have like in kind of we got the early part of like Mahomes, of course, won some Super Bowls
Yeah.
during those guys' careers, but Mahomes, Allen, among
Lamar.
the likes of them, Lamar, all these other guys that are in this mix now. But now it's like, okay, Purdy's up there at the top,
Yeah.
Stroud is up there at the top, Williams is emerging,
Yep.
so many other guys emerging, and now like the older generation is like, obviously still Aaron Rodgers, but like Kirk Cousins, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
You get in there and like
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell Wilson, definitely on the older end. Honestly, Jared Goff is kind of emerging.
Yeah.
He's getting
He
to that
is.
point. He's in like his early 30s. So
Yeah.
it's an interesting place where we're at kind of in this era right now because the young quarterbacks have certainly taken over. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, they own the NFL.
For sure.
But there is still very good old quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the young talent hasn't fully like it's not just them now.
Yeah. Joe Flacco too.
Yeah, Flacco's around.
Yeah.
He's around. He's the Colts backup for Richardson?
I think so.
Which is an interesting duo.
Yeah.
The opposite quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about some schedule release videos.
Okay.
If you saw any. I only had two that I like really liked.
Yeah.
Chargers. Sims
Obviously.
one is hilarious.
Yeah.
The Ravens got Stavros to do it. That one was hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not see that one.
That one was great. I think the Falcons one was it was supposed to be like NFL Street.
I only saw them in the Chargers.
Yeah, the Falcons one wasn't great. I think it was okay. I think a lot of teams just did boring shit. I think the Titans did okay. Like literally, so the Titans last year had a great one where they had some guy go out and like interview people on Broadway,
Yeah.
and like they just did it again,
Oh.
but with somebody else.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, sure. It was still fine, but it just wasn't as good as it was last year because they already did it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the other ones that I saw. Like a bunch of people just had really boring ones. I think the Chargers had a good Twitter thread one as well, which was just Pop-Tarts. Nathan, can you pull up that thread of the Chargers opponents as Pop-Tarts? That one was good. That one started some controversy. I think I brought that up on Thursday
You
or
did.
on Friday.
Yeah.
Of that like former Raiders player from last year being like, I think we beat the shit out of y'all or something. Like y'all still mad about what was that, like 63-3 or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck that game was?
Yeah.
Which, yeah, yes.
Yeah. I mean, what else do you want us to do about it, right?
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Just be like, let's not touch the Raiders.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it starts off Kyler Murray, Pop-Tarts bites. Duh. It's Kyler Murray.
Well, that's
Falcons, you get the Pop-Tarts chain because of Kirk Cousins and the chains. Lamar Jackson, you got the crab one, right? Or Old Bay. Yeah, crab legs
what
for Maryland. You got the fucking like dilapidated Pop-Tarts Bowl mascot for the Panthers because they suck. Skyline chili for the Bengals. That one's really good.
Skyline Jelly.
The Browns is just the crust. I don't get it, but it's hilarious.
The brown crush, maybe.
Oh, that's so facts. It's just the edge. That's
wow.
such a good point, Nathan.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Shout out Nathan, our producer. for this
The
one.
Broncos
Great value. Oh my
frosted
God.
brown sugar cinnamon, great value.
Bro, PS2 is not great value. That's name brand.
But the Broncos in general are.
That's very
This one's
true.
great. Mayonnaise and ketchup, or ranch and ketchup on a Pop-Tart.
Oh.
Obviously, ketchup for Patrick Mahomes. That one's hilarious. And then this is the one that sparked the controversy. Devontae Adams, and then it's just a garbage Pop-Tart. Is literally all it says.
I mean, they're rivals.
I think it got quoted, Nathan. I don't know if you'll be able to pull up their quote tweets on here. Nah, that's fine. It continues. The Patriots are one. I believe the box is empty, and so is the wrapper. Which, yeah, Duh.
Definitely.
This one for New Orleans is Pop-Tarts makeup. I don't know. Maybe they're calling Derek Carr a girl. I don't know. The Steelers, Rust. Duh. Rust.
Yeah.
Steel.
Clever, I guess.
Pirates of the Caribbean Pop-Tarts for the Buccaneers. I love that. That's awesome.
Jack Daniels for the
Dan-
Chargers
Dude,
and Will Levis.
Let me tell you what. If they made a Jack Daniels Pop-Tart.
Yeah, definitely.
Whoa. Oh, man. I'd have lost it.
How much
Is that the whole
percent
thing?
alcohol do you think that Pop-Tart would be?
I feel like they'd probably bake the alcohol out of it and you'd just taste whiskey. Which I don't know if that would be okay.
Yeah. I feel like the most disrespectful one on here is the PS2 one.
Yeah. Well, it's not just about Patrick Surtain. It's just the Broncos, and they just picked the best player on each team.
Will Levis?
Okay, well, he's not the best player, but he's like the figurehead, I guess.
Yeah.
There is nobody. Like, who else would you have put for the Broncos? Cortland Sutton?
Probably.
There probably
For great
there
value.
would have been people that looked at that picture and been like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah. There probably are a lot of people who don't know who Cortland Sutton is.
I think you'd be surprised how many don't.
The most irrelevant top wide receiver ever.
Yeah. I don't know how we'd be able to find that quote tweet. I can't remember the player's name. LMAO Raiders broke a record against Shaw with a rookie QB, cut the cap. Bro, why are you verified? And you're saying cut the cap. You're an idiot. Yeah, 63-21.
Wasn't it the game where Josh Jacobs was like invisible? They didn't know how to tackle him because he was invisible.
Yeah, you're right.
What? Scroll back up.
What was that one? Let me get one of them trophies, man. Come on, I got these cheeseburgers. What the fuck?
I think, yeah, because they don't have any Super Bowls.
Well, yeah. They suck. It's the Chargers. They're not supposed to win Super
No.
Bowls. They're supposed to exist. Okay. Yeah, that's enough. Justin Herbert got a haircut.
No way.
Yeah.
Short hair?
Yeah, he looks like Drake May.
All right, let's pull up Justin
Pull up the
Herbert, please.
Justin
Yeah,
Herbert
I need to
haircut.
see Herbo's haircut.
Yeah. He literally looks like Drake May. That's all I could think when I saw him. It's crazy. Like, he hasn't had short hair since, like, I knew of him at Oregon.
Wow.
I have never seen him with short hair. Till now. Trying to think. Wasn't he, like, dating a celebrity?
Herbo?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that's a different one. Is that?
Oh, I've
Is
seen
that the new
before.
one?
That's when he first got drafted, I think, ish.
No.
No, there's no way that's new. I've seen him.
No, yeah,
like
that one's
before.
not new. Yeah, let's. Because he. Oh, that's right. He cut it and then he grew it back out.
Yeah.
And then he cut it again, but he didn't cut it that short this time.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it somewhere. Okay. Yeah, but it was so weird. It was like a video that I saw, and he just looked like Drake May. I was like amazed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he not look like Drake May?
Wow. That would be Drake May.
It's kind of crazy.
The top comment was like, got rid of his acne too. Shout out. Thanks for pointing that out.
What a dick. Okay. Anything else before we move on from the NFL schedule?
No, I'm just I'm already missing football.
Yeah.
It's
Once they start doing this kind of shit, it's
Yeah.
like, oh man, football's about to be here, and then you realize it's May.
yeah.
Speaking of May, Drake May on the screen. Very similar.
That is extremely similar. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck is happening right
Do the
now?
Patriots and Chargers, they do play each other this year, don't they?
Maybe.
I don't
I
remember.
don't know.
That'd be kind of cool.
It's pretty similar.
Yeah. Very similar.
Especially when you see Drake May like in the middle of a game. Yeah. When his hair's all fucked
Yeah.
up, dude. Yeah. Same cut.
Yep.
I guess hopefully for Justin Herbert, they don't play the same.
God.
Yeah, that would be bad. Okay, let's do a little bit of college football. Not much. I won't hold us long here.
All right.
I just want to talk because we're talking about schedules. The first round of the college football playoff is being held December 21st. Now we have this expanded playoff, all this stuff, and the NFL took this as an opportunity to fuck the NCAA. That's what they're doing here. This is an all-out skull fucking by the NFL.
Oh no.
They put a doubleheader directly competing with 3 of the 4 first round, or maybe it's the semifinal. I can't remember. 3 of the 4 quarterfinals. I think it's the first round. And they put a doubleheader on that Saturday because after the second week of December, the fucking law or whatever that stops them from doing that. It stops the second week of December. So this is the third week of December.
So that rule doesn't extend to their playoff time?
No.
Why?
Because it's an old law. It's from
Oh.
like the 70s.
Yeah. Okay.
And so the NFL is allowed to schedule games any day of the week, technically. So they take over some Saturdays. They decided to put Texans, Chiefs, and then Ravens, Steelers right up along
So
the
two
first
really
round
good
of
games.
the college football playoff.
Yeah. Wow.
And let me tell you, the NCAA, or the college football playoff, I guess, is going to get fucked by that.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, dude, they're going to get railed
I feel like
ratings-wise.
college football would get more ratings.
No,
No?
never.
Hmm.
College football will never get more ratings than the NFL if they go head-to-head.
Really?
Yes.
Then why do people always talk about how much better college football is than the NFL?
It's a more exciting thing, I
Okay.
think, because you never know what's going to happen in college
Yeah.
football. You can go into an NFL game knowing somebody's going to win. But in college
Fair.
football, especially when you get like now into a 12-team playoff, you got top 12 teams in the nation facing off. Like, you really don't know what can happen.
Yeah. I'm excited to see those, by the way. I'm
yeah.
glad that, like, these top, like you said, 10 or like top 15 teams, I'm glad
Yeah.
that they're finally getting playoff recognition, even though they might just get slapped by like top
Yeah.
3 teams. I still always like it was always weird to me. It's like you can be top 6 in the nation and still not really get
Yeah.
but a bowl game out of it. So I'm glad that they
you'd
did
get
that.
a bowl game, but you wouldn't get a playoff
game, yeah.
But yeah, and I think they're trying to expand the bowls as well. So they're trying to have more bowl games and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
going to be fun to see what college football does here. But yeah, I think the NFL is just going to – this is going to be their opportunity to just kind of flex on college football for a second, just like
Yeah.
put them back in their place.
Yeah.
And then I have to have this. It was going to be a discussion between me and Colin. Now it's just going to be more of just me talking. But there has been so many like coaching changes and guys leaving and retiring, like Nick Saban and blah, 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 that I think it's really hard to pinpoint the top 5 coaches right now in college football. And they debated this on Unnecessary Roughness when I was listening the other day, and I really wanted to talk about it. So Kirby Smart is number 1. No ifs, ands, or buts. You can't dispute it.
No.
Nobody can present a single argument to me that Kirby Smart is not the best college football coach at the moment. And then after that, there's really not like a consensus. Like, Steve Sarkisian can make a case at Texas, but he kind of coached them out of some games, and
Yeah.
and Dabo Swinney refuses to follow along with the transfer portal and NIL, and it's fucking him. They
He
have
is
15 transfers out,
absolutely
0
falling
transfers in.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're going to get stomped by Georgia on the first week of the season. I think Kyle Whittingham from Utah has a fantastic opportunity to be one of the top ones. Kalen DeBoer is not a top 5 coach. You can say it because he got hired from Alabama, and you would be wrong. Because, look, if you were to ask me this question last year, I would have said Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, Jim Harbaugh, and then, maybe I could still throw Dabo in the mix. Maybe I could throw
Cliff.
Yeah, like Cliff hasn't coached in a while. He's an OC right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Sorry, I was
But
thinking
like
of someone
Dan
else.
Lanning deserves a conversation. Lane Kiffin deserves a conversation. I think Lance Leipold's an emerging candidate for this, but he's not quite there. Ryan Day shouldn't touch this conversation. Mike Norvell deserves some credit for sure. He's the number 5 on this ESPN list. So I think where I sit right now, I would go Kirby Smart, Kyle Whittingham at 2, which I still think is kind of crazy. And then I would go, oh, fuck, this is so tough. Shit. Okay, Kirby, Whittingham. Man, I really want to say Norvell, but I feel biased.
Just give it to him.
Yeah, fuck it. Mike Norvell's the number 3 head coach in college football.
He was in the playoffs last year.
No, he wasn't.
No.
Unfortunately. Scroll down this list again, Nathan. I think I just need to see some names real quick.
Rip.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to put Dan Lanning at 4. And then I'm going to put Sark at 5. Lane Kiffin would be 6. I can't get on board with Dabo. He's falling too far behind, and I'm certainly not on board with Kalen DeBoer after 2 good seasons.
Why would they? I mean, I get that Dabo, at this point is probably like an asset. Like, he's been a good coach to them.
Yeah, and I think if he was willing to just dive into what they're doing, like what college football is now, he would be fine.
Yeah, why do you keep a guy around like that doesn't want to help your team win with what's there out of like morality, which I get, like it's respectable on one side, but the other side of it is like you're our head coach and you're not buying into what's going to help us win.
Yeah, and they're not bad at recruiting. They don't use the portal, which is recruiting now. It's better than recruiting. They have the 15th overall recruiting class by 24/7 Sports. They haven't made a single transfer in.
Wow.
It's
so guys can leave.
Ridiculous. Yes, 15 guys have left.
Okay, that's right.
15 guys left this summer. 1 5-star recruit in this entire class, and he's the number 21 in the nation. This is a team that got a Brian Brzee out of Damascus High School in Maryland, who was like the number 1 defensive player.
North Cobb, Kennesaw on that list there.
Oh, look at that.
Troop County above him. We played Troop in high school. They were fucking ridiculous.
Clemson does tend to grab a couple Georgia boys. But yeah, they can't.
Robbins?
They can't compete at
Jefferson?
this point now.
A lot of Georgia guys, actually.
Yeah.
Rome?
Oh, no, wait, number 14 in the nation signed his letter of intent? Okay, so he's a 5-star.
I feel like I've actually heard of that Sammy Brown kid.
From Jefferson?
Yeah, I think he
looks like a Clemson player.
I think he's a complete like freak of nature linebacker. I think.
Interesting.
Maybe someone else.
Yeah, look, I think Dabo's going to be on the hot seat at the end of this year.
Yeah, probably needs to be.
Dude, look, you can't it's kind of like a just get with the times, dude.
Yeah,
like, come
exactly.
on. You can't everything can't change around you, and you just stick to what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's not how it works. I'm sorry. Yeah. Like, you're not going to keep winning.
No.
And look, at Clemson, it's off with your head if you lose 4 games.
Yeah.
So you better get your shit together because you might get fucked over. Yeah, Ole Miss is such a dog in the transfer. Lane Kiffin is a fucking menace in the transfer portal. Getting 7 4-star transfers is insane. Like them, Alabama, A&M, Florida State, Colorado, those are the transfer schools. Michigan State, wow. Kind of surprisingly good. 17. Wow. Yeah, Colorado.
25.
Colorado is kind of they're just putting shots up.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Colorado. They have transferred in so many people. 39 transfers in
God.
for Colorado. 30 of them are 3 stars, 8 of them 4 stars, no 5 stars. It's hard to get a 5-star. Florida State's got the most 4 stars coming in with 10. And Norvell, I got to say, he's fantastic at the portal. It's one of my favorite things about him.
Imagine being like an average player on Colorado and then Prime gets there.
Yeah, so you know what happens?
And you're just told to
you
fuck
leave,
off.
you win Freshman of the Year at Austin Peay, and then you talk a little bit of shit, and then Shedeur Sanders attacks you on Twitter. That's what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I if we want to get back to this Dabo conversation, it's just simply figure it the fuck out or get out. Because you're ruining a program that has become a perennial powerhouse.
For sure.
By being stubborn. That's literally what it is. He is stuck in his ways, and he's like being, bigger than the sport or whatever the fuck he wants to say. Meanwhile, he's fucking his entire program into the dirt.
Yeah.
Because he won't figure out what every other person's figured out. Kirby Smart has coached in a time where there wasn't this, and he has coached in a time there is. Nick Saban was bringing in transfers too.
Yeah.
Before he left.
Yeah.
And Ryan Day has coached in this before all this started. They're bringing in Ohio State is bringing in top-tier transfers.
Yeah.
They're bringing in Quinshon Judkins and Caleb Downs and Julian Saint. Like, they're bringing in real fucking players out of the portal. And meanwhile, a team like Clemson, who, like, if you would have told me 4 years ago, Clemson wouldn't really be in the national title conversation. I would have been like, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Because DJ Uiagalelei is stepping on campus.
Yeah, exactly.
And now he's on his 3rd school, and it just happens to be a team that is contending for a college football playoff.
Yeah. No, it's just crazy because like Clemson could get some of these guys. Like if they were open, they would be a draw.
But also because of Dabo's hesitance towards this, even if guys wanted to transfer there, they wouldn't.
Probably not.
Like, I don't think anybody even wants to.
Yeah, like, is he going to treat me different because I am a transfer?
Exactly, because it's like almost like a sense. It's like you're like a stepchild to him.
Yeah, yeah, like you weren't here to begin with.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know, man. It's weird. But yeah, I think if we're gonna talk about guys that are like fringe top 5, obviously, Ryan Day wins games every year. He hasn't won national titles, but he's won games. He was born on third base, as everybody says. You just step into a program that Urban Meyer won a national title with, and it's pretty obvious that you're kind of born on third base, and it's Ohio State.
Yeah.
And then, Lance Leipold, I think, is emerging, but he's not at a program right now in Kansas that can really be a top team. I think Utah has a chance. I think Utah is my pick to win the Big 12 in their first year there. And I think that's huge for Kyle Whittingham, and I think it speaks to how good he is as a coach because we've seen him win the Pac-12 with less talented teams than he's got this coming season, and that was a Pac-12 that was super competitive. Well, now he's going to a Big 12 that's really not that great. The top teams there are all teams that have come in, essentially, because all the best teams left, and it was 2 of them.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I think Kyle Whittingham has a fantastic conversation to actually be a top coach, and he really needs to prove it this year. He's still got Cam Rising, which is super nice, but yeah, a lot of things are going to happen here in college football because there was a changing of the guard when Nick Saban left, and it knocked down all the dominoes, and then you add on top Harbaugh leaving, and just everything constantly changing. So now DeBoer leaves, and that opens a door for a guy who was doing great work in Arizona to go to Washington, and like every single thing just keeps knocking over the next domino, and it is just a mess, but it's also like
entertaining.
Damn. Yeah, it's crazy. But like, and even if you want to talk about it on almost a lower level, Chip Kelly left the head coaching job at UCLA to be the offensive coordinator at Ohio State, who is now in their conference.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah.
So it's like the top teams keep getting better, but also the middle teams are catching up. And I think it's just creating a perfect timing for this 12-team playoff.
Yep.
And it's creating such a great conversation about, okay, who's the top program? Because if you look around the nation, there's not like faces.
No.
There's not. Like, you could go in, like, going into last year, there were faces, obviously, because that's the guys that went at the top of this draft. Guys like Caleb Williams is a face for college football.
Yeah.
I think Shador has a little bit of that. Like, even if you go to, the college football 25 covered athletes, there's, I don't know, 65% of college football fans probably don't know who Donovan Edwards is.
Yeah.
You probably don't know who Donovan
I do
Edwards
not
is.
know who Donovan Edwards is.
He was the backup running back for the last 2 years
Michigan.
for Blake Corum. Yeah, Michigan.
Yeah. No, he
had
had a lot of
plenty of great
touchdowns in
the championship game, he had a great game. He had like 200
that's
yards.
how I know who that is.
Yeah.
Because of that
But
championship
like
game.
a lot of people probably don't know who he is. And definitely a lot of people know Travis Hunter. I'm not going to take that away from him. But he's kind of like low
you
profile
knew who
for
Travis Hunter was.
Well, yeah. But like what he does on the field gets a ton of coverage, but like when Colorado wasn't playing well for the entire season after that TCU game,
Yeah.
he wasn't getting coverage, and I know he was hurt and all that stuff, but still, he gets talked about, but a lot of times it's not what's actually happening on the field and how he plays, which how he plays is amazing.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I think he was kind of handicapped by starting at Jackson State with Deion. And then your third cover athlete, Quinn Ewers, which the only reason people even care about Quinn Ewers right now is because Arch Manning's behind him.
Yeah.
So it's like super weird because you really can't pinpoint a face of college football going into this year. And I think that's good and bad because it's bad because you don't get to publicize it.
Yeah.
Going into last year, it was like Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
That was all the conversation. But like you had other things to talk about. You had other quarterbacks to talk about too. Drake May was definitely a conversation. Jordan Travis became a conversation as the offseason rolled on and people started kind of thinking highly of Florida State. And Carson Beck became a conversation because it was, his first year starting after Stetson Bennett leaving.
Yeah.
So now it's like, I don't know who's going to be the best. I don't know who the biggest name is. It's very weird.
Yeah. We'll have to see, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll stop it there. That was kind of enough for college football. I don't want to just keep talking in circles. So let's talk a little bit about this Premier League finale.
Oh, boy.
Very interesting stuff going down. So Man City wins the league. off of a brace from the Premier League Player of the Year, Phil Foden.
Yeah.
A surprising pick, but I understand it.
Yeah.
You couldn't have given it to Holland. I'll start off with that. You could not have given it to Holland, so I have no problem with it not going to Holland. I think Cole Palmer had a chance, but when they gave him Young Player of the Year, it almost pulled him out of contention.
Yeah. He had more goals and assists than Phil Foden did.
But like I said to you, I think for Foden, it was a matter of winning, and it was a matter of consistency.
Yeah, which
Phil Foden was for a lot of time, like he filled in and played the role extremely well, filling in for Kevin De Bruyne. And then when Kevin De Bruyne came back, he continued to play well.
Yeah.
And I think that was what was so great. And we've kind of been waiting on Phil Foden to have a season like this for a couple of years now.
For sure, yeah.
He's already won, what? He's been a part of all 4 titles. I think he's won 6 titles.
At his age now?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. In the Premier League especially.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely, come into his own and he's done very well. So I don't hate that pick for Player of the Year. That's something we can talk about next week or later this week. Villa ends their season with a thrashing from Crystal Palace. Yeah. Crystal Palace 5-0'd them. And they still get a UCL spot, though.
Yeah, which
Villa,
is going to be interesting to see.
It is. I think that team has a lot of improving to do. They need to not let the transfer window fuck them like it did last year.
100%.
Because that happens to them all the time. Same goes for a team like Brighton or any of the other teams kind of in that middle tier. Yep. It's like, if you can win the transfer window, it's all yours. But if you're going to lose all of your top players every single offseason, you're never going to kind of get over the bump. And I think with what they've got right now, with Unai Emery as their manager, they're doing a great job.
Yep.
They're looking great.
And Unai Emery is he's a manager that's used to being a part of teams that bring in talent and not lose talent,
Exactly.
Being like Arsenal, PSG manager. But I think what Villa can use as kind of their blueprint is kind of what Newcastle did last season, with them clinching the Champions League, holding a lot of their players, getting a guy like Sandro Tonali. Of course, we know what happened with him, but still, Newcastle was holding their own in the group stage in the Champions League in a very tough group. And for some reason, I don't really feel like Aston Villa can do the same as Newcastle did.
I think there's a lot to do.
There's more to do than Newcastle had to do.
Like Emiliano Martinez, maybe stop scoring own goals.
Yeah.
He's the first keeper in Premier League history to have an own goal in 3 straight seasons. It's like, dude, just like chill sometimes.
Yeah.
You just calm down a little bit. But like, I'm not saying replace him. But honestly, if there is a good young replacement for him out there and somebody wants to throw 35, 40 million euros at him, fucking get his ass out the door.
Yeah.
Because there is other serviceable keepers in the Premier League that you could go out and get. Honestly, why don't you give Newcastle a call and pick up Martin Dubravka?
Yeah.
Because I think he'd be a great, cheap replacement for Emiliano Martinez.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you kind of go down the list, the 3 teams that were promoted heading right back down. That sucks.
Yeah.
There were no draws today. Not a single draw. All wins and losses.
Everybody was going for it.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Newcastle got a big win. They tried to fuck it up. They did, dude. I was like watching along to like the updates from Twitter all morning, just like, come on. Come on. And we got the win. So
nice.
we secure that Conference League spot and knock Manchester United out of European contention.
Yeah.
No Europe for Man U, even though they beat Brighton, which asterisk because De Zerbi's left.
Yeah.
De Zerbi's gone. So that kind of fucked them. But also, I think Brighton is heading right towards another offseason of losing talent.
Yeah, they're going down soon. Man, like early prediction, I think they could get relegated next year.
Yeah,
I know that's early,
they really tried something these last 2-3 years.
Yep.
And they still can't hold on to players.
No.
That's the problem. They still it's almost like their ownership isn't willing to hold on to players.
Yeah.
Is what it's gotten down to. And of course, injury bug big time this year. And with the big players on this team, Matoma and Solly March and a number of other players, Evan Ferguson down the line.
Yep.
Everybody was hurt at some point, and that killed them. But now De Zerbi's going to leave. He might take the Bayern Munich job.
Yeah.
Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So that definitely throws a wrench in Brighton's offseason because now you got to find a coach, and then you got more to do.
Yeah, for sure. Chelsea ended the season great.
That was my
They
next
also
point.
clinched Europa League conference
Okay,
as well.
let me ask you this real quick. I'm hearing rumors. Could Poch still get fired?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hearing rumors that there might be some talk of replacing him once they do his performance review.
I think overall, I think Chelsea should let a manager, especially like Poch, I think with
I think let him lead you into a European campaign.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'd like to see.
Because I think sadly with Frank Lampard, he kind of brought the youth to light of Chelsea, but that was really it. I mean, there was no I think real European future with Frank Lampard, unfortunately. But with Poch, and especially like Nkunku coming back and a lot of these injuries towards the end of the season that guys were coming back healthy into the team, Chelsea was flying.
Chelsea was fantastic down the stretch.
So definitely let Poch rock. I don't.
I agree. I don't think he should go. I think it'd be another long list of. It would add on to the long list of bad decisions that Chelsea has made.
100%. Sorry, I'm pulling up something on my phone. I wanted to.
It's all good, but yeah, like to continue with Chelsea, I think with Poch, it's like let him get some guys in.
Yeah.
Let him bring in Victor Osimhen this offseason. Let him bring in a real striker to lead this team.
Yep.
Let him bring in some depth. Like I know there's already depth, but when everybody's getting hurt 2 seasons in a row, something's got to give.
Where's on the team?
Yeah, but also let him kind of now he's gone through a summer and a season.
Yeah.
Let him get a full offseason and a full other season. Like let him really get 2 cycles.
Yeah.
To do something because like I think Enzo Fernandez could still turn things around.
Oh, I love Enzo Fernandez.
I know, and he had such a bad second half of the season, and then it ended up with injury and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Let him like settle in a little bit.
Yeah.
I know you guys spent a ton of money and people expect immediate results, but he's still a young player.
Yeah, and with his play style, it's not all about him. It's about opening opportunities for right now guys that aren't there.
Exactly.
Like Nicholas Jackson. So.
And like figure out the defense. Do you want to stick with this Chilwell and Reece James fullback duo that is never on the field? Do you want to? Obviously, you're gonna have to fill some kind of hole because Thiago Silva's gone.
Yeah,
do you want to go out and get a world-class defender?
Yeah.
Or do you want to maybe budget that money into a Victor Osimhen up front and maybe go for somebody a little bit cheaper in the defense? Like I think there's a lot of options, but I think you just have to let Poch be at the head of this.
Yeah, for sure. Get the players he needs and wants. Because I mean, it's tactically all about him, right? But honestly, with our defenders now, it would be interesting to see if we splash big cash on a center back because we have guys like Benoit, Badiashile, Cowell, guys like that I think Chelsea have kind of trusted. But we'll have to see. I wanted to bring this up though. I saw this today, and I want to get your comments on this. So, a best season of Arsenal, Carabao Cup round of 16, second in the league, FA Cup third round, no trophies. Bad season of Chelsea, Carabao Cup finalist, 6th in the league, FA Cup semifinal, no trophies.
Yeah.
I mean, all of us Chelsea fans are bitching about kind of nothing.
Kind of.
In the grand scheme of things, kind of nothing.
Yeah.
But not being in Europe is a big deal.
That does suck.
Yeah.
But you're in the Europa League now, so that's nice. No, you're in the Europa League.
Oh, so it is the Europa League.
Yes,
for
5 and 6. No, you guys came in 6th.
That's right.
Newcastle 7th.
Okay.
We got the Conference League. Manchester United got nothing. I just want to keep saying that because Nathan likes Manchester United. Okay, I guess while we're talking about Manchester United, should Eric Ten Hag get fired?
Oh, 1,000, a million percent, 1,000.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, another question. Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, I don't know.
Should he come in?
How do you fuck up Bayern?
I don't know.
I mean, Thomas Tuchel was great with Chelsea, right? But how do you mess up Bayern?
I don't know. I think Manchester United just needs to hit like the refresh button on their leadership.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
they have this new ownership group, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe is kind of the head figure of this ownership group now. But management or like coaching wise, I think you need a refresh, and I think the top of the team, like Bruno Fernandes, you got to figure something out. Either bring in somebody who is a better captain than him.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're smart, Casemiro needs to play in Saudi Arabia next year.
Unfortunately.
And figure some things out because Rashford doesn't look like the guy right now. Definitely not this entire season. He just has not looked like the guy.
I
think Rasmus Højlund is somebody you can hold on to, and he's an investment.
Yeah, for sure.
But you have to add more around him. Obviously, it's great that Bruno Fernandes is a great playmaker. I never want to take away from the fact that he's a fantastic player. It's just the fact that he's not a good captain.
No.
We've talked about this over and over and over again, that he's not a good captain, and it's clear. It's clear in a lot of games that he just doesn't, he lacks that leadership mentality that it takes to be the captain of such a huge, huge team.
Yes.
And so, obviously, you need to figure some things out for the defense because Rafael Varane's gone.
Mm-hmm.
He's leaving. Harry Maguire can't cut it. You need to stop picking up Phil Jones every year.
Yeah,
Please,
really.
please stop doing
Let
that.
his career die.
Yeah. And Andre Onana was sometimes great.
Yeah.
And at other times, an extreme liability.
Yeah. And you had De Gea, and it was your choice to
De
let him
Gea
go.
was literally right there.
Yeah.
And he didn't get signed still,
Yeah.
which is insane to me.
I have no idea why.
Like somebody had goalkeeper issues.
Oh,
I
for
know
sure.
it for a fact.
Yeah. I would have. Chelsea could have even picked him up. Newcastle
Real Madrid
could have
picked him up.
Yeah.
Real Madrid could have picked him up before the season, and then Chelsea never would have had to scramble
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
go get Robert Sanchez, who really wasn't all that good.
Yeah. But it kind of, watching Manchester United this season kind of makes me want to go back to what, how they were last season. And
Yeah.
it was so fun talking about them on the podcast. And I can't believe I'm saying that as a Chelsea fan, but like for once, Manchester United was actually entertaining and they
it
were
was
playing
all
great.
Rashford.
And it was all Rashford the whole time. And I
Yeah.
was blinded by it. I really thought we were going to see a Manchester United team kind of, back in the Premier League. But when Rashford's not on, which was like, you probably should just
Majority
go
of
ahead
the
and sell
games.
him. I'll honestly go ahead and get rid of Rashford because that's a lot of money that they have tied up with him.
I think the problem is he is at an all-time low
Yeah.
in value.
You're losing value on him big time.
for sure.
But when else do you sell him? Do you keep letting him get
I
worse?
think you let him have another season. Because what, he's 24-ish, maybe?
Nathan, how old is Marcus Rashford?
Not even?
He's still young.
Yeah. So, like, I think you give him a... Okay, 26. Anthony Martial has been rotting at Manchester United for a long time. I think you can get away with holding Rashford for another year. After what we saw last season,
Yeah.
I think you could get away with holding on to him
That's
just
fair.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Get Anthony the fuck out of there. I'll tell you that.
Oh, man.
Get him
brutal.
gone.
Yeah.
Figure out the defense, and you might have a chance. As
Yeah.
long as you have Bruno to lead that midfield, as long as you have Højlund up front, you have your kind of role-playing wingers. You got a couple guys that you sent on loan to Spain at the winter.
Yeah.
They're going to come back, like Pellegrini. I think there's another one. I can't remember his name.
Did they get back Jadon Sancho, or was that a sell?
I think he's on loan. I have a feeling Dortmund's
Loan
going
to
to buy
buy.
him.
Yeah. Definitely.
If they're smart, because obviously it wasn't working at Manchester United and it is working at Dortmund.
yeah.
I'm trying to think.
If I was Manchester United, I would be giving Nico Schlotterbeck a call today.
Agreed. That would be
He's a good one.
fantastic pickup.
Yeah. Or Kubarsi from Barcelona, or Araujo.
Barca's not going, they just extended him like 6 years. Yeah,
You're really
they like
locked
him.
in
They
Barcelona.
like him a lot. They like him a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him because he's a dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's guys to go out and look for. I think there's, we talked about him in the winter transfer window as a potential Newcastle guy, but Presnel Kimpembe is on the market,
Yeah.
I feel. At PSG, he seems to be out of favor just because he's been coming back from injury for so long
Yeah.
that it's almost like they kind of forgot about him.
Yeah.
And I think he's a candidate to go anywhere, really.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of Serie A talent that is looking to go. I think there's going to be, I think Bologna is a team that could send out a couple of great players.
Why Bologna?
So they've been managed this season by Thiago Motta.
Oh, yeah.
They have done a fantastic job this
You're
year.
right.
I think they're going to be in the Champions League.
Yes, they are.
That's a team that I could see. Maybe they don't want to.
Yeah.
But they could have some people heading out.
Yeah.
Guys like Xerxes up front. They have a fantastic back line. I can't quite put my finger on any of the names on that team other than Xerxes at the moment, but he's a great striker. that kind of they flow the game through him. Thiago Motta's, if you haven't gotten the chance to kind of look at his tactics this season, it might be amongst the best in the world. It's something I've never seen where almost the entire field plays through the striker and he drops back into a false nine, but still plays up the field.
Yeah.
It's super crazy. They also, I think Thiago Motta technically calls his formation a 2-6-2 because he turns the field sideways. I know that sounds insane, but it's almost like I watched a video about it. It made a lot more sense watching the video, and that guy's explanation was way better. I don't know who posted it. But it's very interesting how they kind of do it because it's like this whole central thing with all the midfielders that kind of stack, and then they kind of do play left to right across the field and move up the field that way. Like Thiago Motta has done some crazy things with their tactics at Bologna, and I think he might even be a manager that could be on the move because that's not a team that you're gonna have the money to bring in the talent that if they are successful to keep doing it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So maybe he makes a move up in Serie A, maybe he makes a move elsewhere, but I could definitely see him or some of the players from that Bologna side going out and improving some team.
Yeah.
That's
great shout.
That's the one that I've been looking at the most. Okay, let's kind of get off this topic. We're trailing into transfer news.
Yeah.
It's where we're heading right now, and we can't get stuck in that rabbit hole.
It's already started.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit of PGA Championship real quick before we get into possibly a Sporcle, and we'll start off with Xander Schauffele winning his first major. Fantastic. He fucking killed it. I think he shot a 66 day one. Just a fucking stone cold. A 62 day one, which is insane. At Valhalla, and then a 68, and then a 65 in round 4 to lock it all up.
Damn.
Bryson DeChambeau made a fantastic run there in the final round, shooting a 64 to get up into second place, but still fuck Bryson DeChambeau. Victor Hovland made just a solid run all the way through. He shot a 68 in round 1, and then 66s the rest of the day or rest of the weekend. So fantastic weekend for Victor Hovland. Thomas Detry of Belgium, a guy that nobody's really talked about at all, had a fantastic weekend. He shot a 66 round 1, a 67 round 2, a little bit of a tough 70 there on round 3, but then he came in around 4, ice in his veins, 66, looked great. Morikawa was up there, I believe, at the leader. I think he was the leader after 3. Shoots a 71 on Sunday, drops all the way down, tied for 4th. There with Detry, and then Shane Lowry shot a 62 round 3, so he tied that fantastic round from Xander Schauffele in round 1. Lowry that played him up into the top 6, so he shot 14 down as well as Justin Rose, a veteran of the game, who shot a 64 round 3.
Scotty Scheffler got arrested on round 3.
Yeah, right before round 2 is when he got arrested, and he shot his second best round of the weekend with a 66.
I was just it was his highest, so I was just making the
that's
joke
fair.
there.
But yeah, Scotty Scheffler, what a weekend for him.
Yeah, seriously.
And he tied with JT. JT is finally putting together a good performance in a major for the first time in a little while. A couple of international guys you don't really talk about, Robert McIntyre and Alex Noren having pretty good weekends. Rory kind of had a good one, not great, at least to his standards. Sahith Theegala really played himself out of the 4th round, which sucked. I love Sahith Theegala. He's kind of my guy to root for in golf at the moment. He's my favorite young guy on the tour, so I'm always rooting for him.
The fuck, Harris English? What the hell kind of name is that?
I don't know. He's okay. He's not great.
Well, he's American.
Yeah,
so not
notable
English.
guys
Harris American.
Notable guys that didn't do well. There's quite a few.
Brooks, go scroll back up a little bit. Nathan?
Yeah, Brooks Koepka fucking sucked.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He was really bad.
Yeah.
Same goes for Max Homa, Will Zalatoris, Hideki Matsuyama,
Dustin Johnson,
Jason Day, Jordan Spieth, Cantlay, Reed, a lot of guys. Ricky Fowler, really bad weekend. Cameron Young, a really bad weekend. Yeah, a lot of guys there. Notable guys that didn't make the cut. Wyndham Clark was really bad, a 71 and a 75. The pride of Etowah High School, Chris Kirk.
John Rahm
did not make the cut. Yeah, John Rahm sucked.
John Rahm.
He was really bad. Tiger didn't make the cut. Cam Davis didn't make the cut. Who was that? Yeah, Emiliano Grillo didn't make the cut. John Daly plays it every year, didn't make the cut. Reportedly, I heard a report that that John Daly's golf cart after round 1 had I believe it was 9 beers and 4 Snickers wrappers just empty in the cart.
There's no way that's real. On the PGA Tour? Jesus.
Yeah.
Do those guys drink?
John Daly does.
Well, yeah. I can imagine John Daly.
Look at his fucking picture.
Oh
his
my
beard
God.
covers his entire shirt.
So what is he doing out there?
He's just fucking around,
who,
dude.
I know who John Daly is, but who was John Daly?
John Daly was the bad boy of golf, and he still is.
Okay, so it was a golfer.
Yeah,
That's where
yeah,
he's
yeah,
famous
yeah,
from. Okay.
Yeah. He also has an office in the Hooters in Augusta, I believe.
Wow.
It is. He has an office in the back of that Hooters.
Huh.
I think it's in Augusta. But yeah, John Daly's a fucking dog.
Okay.
He was really just known for hitting the ball hard as fuck.
Yeah.
And just
Here, scroll back up a little bit, Nathan.
being
to
a
like his
fucking
accolades
baller.
or career.
I'm surprised he doesn't have like a
Yeah.
controversy tab on Wikipedia. Go to personal life. I just want to, alcohol. There we go. That's where it is. Yeah. Yeah. He claimed to quit drinking whiskey in 1990.
That's bullshit.
He opted for other alcoholic drinks. His whiskey was interfering too much with his golf game. He's such a fucking dog, dude. Okay, that's kind of sad.
I like this one. In July 1994, Daly claimed that many PGA golfers were cocaine users.
Yeah.
Said that if drug testing
He's
was
talking
done
about himself.
properly, he would be one of the cleanest guys out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 2008, his swing coach quit. Butch Harmon is like a legendary golf coach, and he quit. He said the most important thing in Daly's life is getting drunk. Daly responded by saying, I think his lies kind of destroyed my life for a little bit. Holy
whatever.
fuck.
Just have a beer.
Yeah. He also smokes. Here it is. Yeah. Daly was taken into protective custody by Winston-Salem police after being found drunk inside of a Hooters or outside of a Hooters. So that's the Hooters thing. I'm like 90% sure he has an office in a Hooters though. The Hooters. Let's see. Oh, well, Hooters in 2022 signed a partnership with him and his son is a college golfer.
He's living life.
That's a solid golf
Oh
mugshot
my
right
God.
there. John
He looks
Daly.
like he would fucking kill you.
He's a fucking unit, man. He is. Love it.
I still love Tiger Woods. He looks tired.
Is that Dustin Johnson? What the fuck did he get arrested for? That's funny as hell. Dude, I gotta find that fucking.
I'm getting you that mug.
Please.
Please
do.
And
I'll
that
put it
hoodie.
right here on this table. Yeah, I can't find anything about that office, but I swear I've heard stories about it. Yeah, nonetheless, it was a very fun PGA Tour. I love Valhalla. It's a fantastic course, beautiful course in Louisville. It's got like this creek that runs through, and there's like an island green hole with like a little waterfall in the background. It's awesome. Oh, yeah, here it is. He has a secret room in John Gruden's office, which was inside of the Hooters corporate office in Florida, which I believe is right near a golf course.
I couldn't imagine another guy other than John Gruden as well.
Oh, yeah, dude. You know John Gruden fucking loves Hooters. Yeah, here we go. Not to mention this guy's a Hooters legend, belly flop champ, and could drink 30 to 40 beers a day and then get started on the liquor.
God.
He has a country music album? No way. I gotta listen
I
to
was
that.
about to say, you just got a little hard there.
Oh, okay, maybe this is something that I was talking about. I know that I heard a lot of the stories from Caleb Presley, so he said it on Theo Vaughn's podcast. He recalled Daly having to get carried out of a restaurant. No, not a bar, a restaurant in downtown Nashville. Said, I saw John Daly overdose on gin one night and he had to get carried out of a restaurant. Overdosing on gin is a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
That's not the type of alcohol you drink a lot of.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah. Oh, is this the story of the hiding spot? Okay, yeah. So I went into the corporate office and I'm like, I'm here to see John Gruden. By the way, the corporate office of Hooters. So I go in there and I was like, I want to go see John Gruden. and they just take me back to his office. He wasn't there, but his assistant gave me a tour, and they were like, "This is John Daly's room." And I was like, "What do you mean John Daly's room?" And they opened it up, and it was like the Chronicles of Narnia. The wall was a bunch of books that you can open. It was literally that, and you could push it open, and it was a very small room, smaller than this room, and it had a mattress on the floor and a little putting thing. And I guess John Daly lives in there, in John Gruden's office inside the Hooters headquarters. Okay, so yes, that is where I heard it. Was that episode of Theo Vaughn's podcast with Caleb Presley? Yeah, this is amazing. Okay, we're not gonna just.
Gruden was a cook at Hooters in the 80s.
That's fucking awesome.
Wow.
Shout out, bad guy.
So does the corporate
Goes,
office have girls too?
Maybe that would be rather inclusive of them to have women working in their corporate office.
Yeah. There is a
Yeah.
mattress.
But do they wear like the uniform? That would be
are they in
that
uniform?
would be a problem. Is what I'm saying. It would be a problem if the women in Hooters corporate
I'm just curious.
are in that uniform. I would have to stand up for them. I'd feel bad. Okay, let's do some Sporcles. Fuck
Yeah.
it. We got a little bit of time. Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh, undrafted free agents? that- Nope. Who drafted this NFL player or team who signed an undrafted free agent?
Oh, easy. Easy,
Oh,
right?
my God.
Dude, no, easy.
I don't know about that.
Oh God.
I don't know if it's going to be easy. Yeah, we can try.
Yeah.
I already don't know this one.
Yeah.
And we actually have to go one by one. Drew Brees got drafted by the Chargers.
Yeah. Brett Favre was a Falcon.
Correct.
Amari Cooper's pretty easy.
Was he a Raider?
Would it be the old Washington name or the new Washington name
I
for
think if you
Curtis
just-
Martin?
Good.
Would you say?
Type
Well,
the old one.
I think it was.
I think
No?
you were just wrong.
Try Commanders? Huh. I know I'm just flat out wrong on that
Yeah.
one.
I'm pretty sure Cordero Patterson was drafted by the Vikings.
I'll take Champ Bailey Broncos. Was he not
Wrong.
drafted by the Broncos?
See, I
Where
told
was
you
he
this is going to be ones
before?
that try and trick you.
Well, I know Darren Waller.
Yeah.
He was a Raven.
Yeah. I know Jerome Bettis was a Ram. He actually won Rookie of the Year for the Rams.
Yeah.
I think he was a Falcon.
That's what I would have said.
Okay.
I don't know of any other team John Elway's ever played for except for Denver.
Give it a try, but I believe it was somebody else. I think he got traded on draft night.
I
I think he was an Eli
okay.
Manning situation, but I can't remember who it was.
Can I take Khalil Mack then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bears.
No, he started on the Raiders.
That's right. I get him so confused. Damn.
Marshawn Lynch was a Bill.
Yep.
The only team I know that Ted Hendricks played for is the Cardinals.
Yeah, he was ridiculous in Madden. That's literally all I know him
Yeah.
for.
I don't know where Rodney Hudson went.
Yeah, he was the famous Patriot, right? Oh, wait, that's his year undrafted or draft? Yeah, go
Wait.
Patriots there. No, Rodney Hudson was the Raider, the center.
Yeah.
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 I bet he didn't end up with the Raiders though. Yeah.
No. Fuck, I don't know that one. I think I know Welker. Believe he was a Ram. Or was he a Patriot to start? No, I could have sworn he started on the Rams. Damn.
Wow.
That's maybe I was thinking Amendola. Did Amendola start on the Rams?
Maybe.
Steve Young was a Buccaneer.
I actually didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Good.
He actually went and played in Canada, I believe.
I'll take Kurt Warner, Ram.
Not Stephon Gilmore.
No?
No.
No, that was his last team.
Wait. What other team did... yeah, Kroger. I'm trying to remember. I wish I would have watched Underdog, that shit-ass movie about him. I don't know. Did Bo Jackson not start with the Raiders? Okay, enough grocery stores.
Winn-Dixie. That was my dad's first job. It was a
Really?
Winn-Dixie.
Nice. That's my favorite movie. because of Winn-Dixie. That's got to have a 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. I guess just put the Raiders, but I think I'm wrong. Yeah, I have to be.
Okay, we're getting shafted here. Give me
Yeah.
Tyrann Mathieu.
I know Greg Olson.
Oh my God.
Tyrann Mathieu. The Honey Badger.
Yeah. Why am I stumped on the first team he played
Come on,
for?
man.
I remember him getting drafted.
Chiefs, right?
Was it the Chiefs? That was his first team.
Or was it the Cardinals?
I think it was the Cardinals. Yeah.
Okay. Go back to Greg Olson, though. He was a Bear.
Chris Carter, I've only ever known him as a Viking.
That means it's not right.
Yeah. Every time with this list.
Dude, I want to guess for Elway, but I also could just list 31 teams. I'm trying to think of a team back in that day. So I guess it wouldn't be 31.
Yeah.
We can count out a couple of teams, but 83. Trying to think of a team he wouldn't have wanted to go to at that time. Try the Bears. I don't know why you wouldn't want to be a Bear in the 80s, but I don't know when. I know Jeff Saturday was a Colt. I believe he was a Packer to finish his career.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I would try Packer first.
Yeah, maybe.
See if he ended up there.
Maybe he started there and went back. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Might have to give this one up, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, wow. What a dick. Wouldn't even give us the right answer, so we can't go back and get it right. We got the average score, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because we had a couple of those that, like, most people probably wouldn't get.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of people probably wouldn't get,
Steve Young Buccaneers, for sure.
yeah, probably wouldn't get Jerome Bettis or maybe Darren Waller. That one is a tough one because nobody talked about him at all.
No.
When he was on the Ravens. Okay, let's try that Premier League one, though.
Yeah. Let's do a soccer Sporcle.
Okay. Let's see, what do we got? You're going to have to, switch the thing. Perfect. I don't know what this ad is. It's very weird. What is the thing? Premier League 100 goals?
Yeah.
Just all the goal scorers?
Yeah, with 100.
Okay. Well, let's try and go in order first.
Oh, God. Okay.
Alan Shearer.
Yeah.
Up the Tune. And Blackburn. Yeah, Nathan's gonna struggle back there. Come on, dude.
213 goals.
Alan Shearer celebrated when this guy left the Premier League.
I'm not going to be able to do this in order.
Harry
I can get
Kane.
some names. Was it actually Harry Kane?
Sure is.
How does he have 213?
We don't have to do it in order. You
how
can
many
say
does
whatever
Wayne
names
Rooney
you want.
have? I'm sure he's over 100.
Yeah, he is.
He's the next guy.
Aguero? Aguero!
Give me Frank Lampard.
He's definitely up there somewhere. Yeah.
That's a lot of goals for a center midfielder, man.
That's crazy. Man, this is tough. You got to really think about these guys because a lot of it's going to be the old ones too. I'm trying to think of because I don't want to just think of forwards, but I think that's just the way to go. I'm trying to remember the guys who were there for a long time. That's the hard part. Robin Van Persie.
Can I take Steven Gerrard?
Nice. Give me Ruud Van Nistelrooy. If I'm thinking of the right one. No, I'm not. I'm thinking of the wrong Dutch striker.
Van Basten? I don't think he
That
ever played
might
in the
have-
Premier League.
Oh. There was one for Manchester United.
Van
Was there
Persie?
not? Well, I know Van Persie, but there was an older
Ruud
one.
Van Nistelrooy played for Man United.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe he just wasn't there long enough.
Let me have Drogba.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I really want to try this, and I don't know if it's right, but I really want to try Diego Costa.
Well, he was only there for 4 years.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like he had a couple good 20, 30-year seasons. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Eden Hazard.
Good shout. Oh. No, it's just 1Z. That's crazy.
Wow.
What about Kevin De Bruyne? He's put some years in now.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. That's crazy.
George Best.
No. What about Sir Bobby Charlton?
Oh, for sure.
That's a problem. Wait, is this just Premier League era? Is that why? That could be our issue.
It could be.
Trying to think now. Is that kind
Salah?
He's got to be. Yeah. Man, I really suck with these ones.
Ooh, can I go back to back here?
Yeah.
Luis Suarez.
Yeah, definitely. What?
Type his full fucking name. I refuse to believe.
There's no way he didn't score 100 goals.
Nathan. My bad. That's
ridiculous. Insane. I'm trying to think of just like strikers that have been around, man. I'm trying to think of hero cards in FIFA is actually what I'm trying to do right now. Yeah.
Can I take Zola? Gianfranco Zola from Chelsea? Is he up there? No. Jesus.
Give David Beckham a try. Fuck it.
Old Becks.
God, you fucking bum. Oh, fuck.
We should not be having this.
We are doing so bad.
Who's the Robbie Fowler?
Oh, yeah. Liverpool. I'm sure there is a couple that we should really get.
Holy God.
I suck at Premier League history.
Would Cristiano Ronaldo have played enough time to be in this list?
He might be. He had some crazy seasons. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
That means he broke it when he came back.
Nathan, try Joe Cole.
Andrew Cole.
Okay, well, not who I was talking about, but we'll
definitely works. Yeah. Dude, I suck at this. I don't know anybody past right now. FIFA knowledge? Like recent?
What does that even mean, FIFA knowledge?
Like Fernando Torres?
That he honestly could be on there. He played a long time.
Yeah. Daniel Sturridge, is that FIFA enough? Fuck.
Do you have the list, Nathan?
Can you give us a couple of hints on those really good ones?
Yeah.
Oh, one of the greatest Premier League players of all time is the hint. I don't like that. Okay. Would the nationality give it away? No? French.
Oh, Robert Pires.
Thierry Henry.
Oh, my God.
We're so dumb.
And I guess Robert Pires first. Not only did we not get Thierry Henry, I guess Robert Pires first for French.
He's had a gold card for 20 years. He's still in the Prem? Is it Andy Carroll?
Give me Peter Crouch. He's got to be on this list. Yeah.
Was that the one you were talking about? What? Is it Danny Ings? I'm trying to think, bro. This might be outdated. Oh, okay.
Is there like one team that we're particularly missing on this list, Nathan?
Definitely
like a lot of players? Because team would really help me out. How about like the...
Ooh, wow.
What about Hendrik Larsson? Hendrik Larsson from Arsenal, or like Dennis Bergkamp? Any of those guys? I think it's a 1S. Yeah, just Larsson.
Considering Nathan's asking how to spell it, it's probably not on the list.
Larsen. S-E-N? Does he hear me saying S-E-N?
I think what I was saying is that... Oh, let's see if that fucked everything up. Oh, bro, come on.
Sorry, Nathan.
Nathan fucked up the whole show.
No, that was my
Click
fault.
escape, dumbass. Click F11.
Hey. All right.
Make sure OBS is fine. Let's just make sure everybody can see. Okay. I feel fucking stupid right now.
Yeah, me too. I didn't expect to get
Yeah.
shafted by this.
Nate, why don't you say your hints into the mic so that people can hear them?
Yeah, for the number 8 person, they've had a gold card for a long time in FIFA.
Okay. Still
someone that-
running?
I think so.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure they still have a FIFA card this year. Let me double check that real
They're
quick.
that high? I gotta think of a team. That's like there's not an Arsenal player that's been around that long. It's not a Chelsea player that's been around that long. Liverpool, I don't think so. Other than solid.
My
Would
bad.
James Milner?
His last FIFA card
I doubt
was
it.
FIFA 22,
Oh,
and he was a silver striker, 68 rated,
Jamie Vardy.
55 pace.
yeah. Actually, put in Jamie Vardy real
Yeah.
quick to see if that comes up. Okay, cool.
We got
Good-
15.
good pull. Oh God, Nathan, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
At one point, he had in FIFA 18 a 90 rated
Okay.
striker card
Oh,
for
what?
Bournemouth.
Oh, that means it was a.
Your special card.
Yeah, definitely.
Who
Who the fuck was
Callum
been on
Wilson?
Bournemouth? Who the fuck is on
Yeah,
Bournemouth?
He was actually in FIFA 14's World Cup mode
For England?
81 rated striker on
And he
World
played
Cup
for
mode.
Bournemouth?
He did at one point.
What the fuck?
Also played in the MLS. Had an MLS Team of the Season in FIFA 14.
I'm losing my mind
And
right now.
3 inform cards that year.
What are we doing? Are we talking about Keane?
We are
Oh,
not.
Robbie Keane.
He's on there, but
Wow.
we're not talking about him. This guy is not that color.
Okay. Cool. Not expecting
I'm
that
trying to
end.
see if you can.
Oh,
I'm
it's
trying to see if you
Wright
can
Phillips.
picture.
Bradley Wright Phillips. Oh my
Wow.
god.
Forgot he exists.
Oh, that's Ian Wright.
Ian Wright, thank you for that
Yeah,
poll.
Ian Wright's
that
a
was
goat
nice.
that I didn't know until now.
Yeah.
No.
What? It's not him?
No.
What
It
the
is not.
fuck?
This guy, he was on Tottenham at the beginning of that year, and then went to Toronto, got 3 inform cards in a team of the season.
Tottenham.
Before
to
that was on
Toronto?
Tottenham in FIFA 13 and 12 and 11 and 10.
Dude.
In FIFA 10, he
Tottenham?
got a winter upgrade from 81 to 87.
Okay, well,
I
don't-
know, Grayson, you didn't play FIFA 10.
Definitely
neither
not.
did I, but
And you said he moved to Toronto.
yes.
What?
The
British
only
player
fucking
played for
Toronto players I can even think of are
After-
Michael Bradley.
after
and,
Toronto-
what was that little Italian dude?
Sebastian Giovinco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After Toronto, he got a transfer card in FIFA 15 to Sunderland.
Jermaine Defoe?
Oh
It's
my
Jermaine
Holy
God.
fuck.
Finally. I totally forgot that he played in Toronto.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
I forgot he came to the MLS.
Dang, that's a lot of goals for him.
That is. And I believe they forgot the E at the end of Jermaine. I believe he had an E at the end of his
He does
name.
not.
He doesn't?
No.
That's crazy.
We can.
That's crazier than us just now getting it.
yeah.
I'd like to get some more hints on some other ones if there's good ones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
That's so many
see.
goals.
Yeah. That's a lot of goals.
Fuck Sunderland.
Could you try Ray Wilkins? I think that's his name.
Oh, Jesus.
We have somebody who also has an icon card this year in FIFA for England, striker.
Is it Michael Owen?
It is Michael Owen. How'd you
Yeah.
get that one that fast?
Because I was thinking about players that I had this year, and I had his Winter Wild
we have a
Cards
person
icon.
whose last name is the same as somebody who has an icon.
That
That's
doesn't
a center
fucking help.
back.
Wait. More.
I'll type it, but it's not it. Not Bobby Moore.
Okay.
They actually, their first names have the same amount of letters.
That doesn't fucking help.
It does if you could think of this FIFA player.
It's a center back is
Yes.
the icon?
Yes, for
Okay.
England.
Got Desai.
That's not English.
Joel Campbell.
Oh, for England. Yeah, Campbell?
Yeah.
You forgot.
What?
You said Campbell. It's
Oh, yeah,
Camp
my bad.
Bell.
Cam-
Camp Bell.
Bell.
So it's not Sol Campbell.
Nope.
Rio Ferdinand.
It is a Ferdinand.
Magellan.
Les Ferdinand.
Les Ferdinand?
I feel like I've heard that name a couple
Lesbian.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know who this person is or that person. This
Oh,
guy
fuck.
has played for a lot of teams. Let's go
Oh,
find some FIFA cards because
God.
that's what I like doing here.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, if I can think of these in FIFA terms, that would really help.
Grayson, you actually used his card this year. I remember you telling me how good it was and that I should get it, and I did not. 'Cause he is not
What?
that good.
I'm trying to think.
He had a Fire and Ice promo card.
Raheem Sterling.
It is Raheem Sterling.
It's a great card. It's
He's
still in my lineup.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I tried out some others. Not as good. That Power Shot Plus is insane.
This guy is an absolute beast in the box.
Nice.
You heard me.
Can't relate.
You heard me.
So that means a
Olivier
penalty measure?
Giroud.
How did we not think of him?
Is it 2 R's?
No.
No,
I think you spelled it right. I
you
think.
did.
No, he's an absolute beast. I think he's dominating the Serie A recently.
Yeah, you're
Olivier
just talking about
Giroud.
Olivier Giroud.
That's true. My
Um,
bad. I just thought of that as well. He did not get a goalkeeper inform card.
Okay.
What
He's
nationality?
He is Belgian.
It's not Hazard. And it's not De Bruyne. And it's not.
I'm pretty sure he played for Chelsea.
Lukaku.
It is Lukaku.
Oh, he's not dominating.
That-
doing well.
He's
The
doing
fact
okay.
that he
He's gonna be
more
right back
goals
on
than
Chelsea.
Steven Gerrard.
Yeah, he's gonna be right back on Chelsea this summer.
Not.
He's gonna be right back out.
We're giving him to Napoli for Victor Osimhen.
This guy avoided military service.
Heung-min Son. He did end up
I-
serving it though.
I thought about
in
him.
2020.
I didn't go for him though. Try Carlos Tevez.
Mm.
What a guy.
No, he
That's
played for
crazy.
Both of the Manchesters.
And West Ham.
This
West
guy is.
Ham, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's Welsh, and had an inform.
Gareth Bale.
He had
Aaron
a-
Ramsey.
No, definitely not. He also had
Ian
an
Rush?
inform or a icon at one point.
Ian Rush. Fuck.
I'm pretty
He
sure
is
it was a
Welsh.
left mid card or a right. I think it was a left mid.
Giggs?
It is Giggs.
Oh
Ryan
yeah, we should have
Giggs.
gotten him earlier.
Yeah. When I was trying
Uh,
to think of old Manchester United, I definitely should have gotten him.
This guy, quite husky, was very slow. Was a very big joke card in FIFA at one.
Akinfenwa.
Akinfenwa.
Not that big of a joke. Very close, actually.
Oh, Heskey?
Yes.
Emil
He's
Heskey?
on these. I thought he was a me. Well, he is.
No,
a me.
Bolton Wanderers was in the top flight for a while while he played.
Emil Heskey.
That's
wow.
why
And
I
he played
started
on
with-
Liverpool, I
That's why I
think.
started with he was husky.
Yeah. How about I just call out a joke card that I know played in the Premier League? What about Nicholas Bentner? That just really sparked a memory in my head.
Yeah.
Heskey and then Bentner
Lars
when he was
Bender.
playing at I thought it was Nicholas.
Nicholas
Or maybe it
Bentner,
was.
You're thinking of Lars Bender,
Yes.
the brother of the other Bender. They also
Nathan-
played for Bayer Leverkusen.
yeah. You did try Dennis Bergkamp, right? Earlier.
No, we haven't tried that, I don't think.
I said that with Larson.
Well, you got it wrong.
That sucks.
Damn, I don't know many of these people.
I know
that guy's
Ruud.
definitely French based off his name. I think he's actually number 34 on the list.
Is he a recent guy?
No idea.
Hmm.
I'm
I-
clicking on his name. Hold on. No.
hope you'd
he
know who
was
it is.
Born in 1968.
Oh, fuck.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know that
Midfielder.
guy. Midfielder?
He won Player of the Month in December of 1994 and October of 1996, though.
He could fuck off.
Played with Southampton for
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah, okay. Loser.
Uh,
The only fucking defensive. Well, he's a defensive midfielder. The only French Southampton player I can think of that's a midfielder is fuck, what's his name? Schneiderlin. Anybody else that's notable that you could
I-
give us hints for?
I don't really see anyone. Do you guys know who this guy is? No, I don't know who this guy is.
All right, just give up then.
He's
we're
born in
wasting the people's time.
1972.
No,
Trying to see if there's just a name I don't recognize, but I know it at the same time.
nope. There's not.
I'm just having to like compare the list because they're in different.
We're at a
orders.
point where there is no chance we get any of these, probably.
No. All right, we're good.
Yeah, go ahead, give up. Let's see who we got or who we didn't. Oh,
Eddie
Nicholas
Sheringham.
Anelka. Definitely should have got that. Oh, fuck. Definitely should have got Dwight York as well.
You know, I totally thought about Sadio Mane.
Me
when
too.
I said,
Multiple
Salah,
times.
but I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way they both are on here.
Paul Scholes.
And that's the Chelsea guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the Chelsea guy.
Bonk. That sucked. I hated that. Definitely should have got Anelka
Yeah.
and York and Mane for sure.
Yeah,
Skulls.
Nicholas Anelka. Wow.
Yeah, what a player. All right. Well,
What a
I think we're
huge
gonna call that here.
ass, actually.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. All right.
Fun.
Yeah, that was
like
a lot
that.
of fun. All right. Well, that's all we've got today. Obviously, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, turn on post notifications if you're on YouTube. If you're on the podcast platforms, do what you do, and rate 5 stars. Follow if you've already rated 5 stars. Unrate it 5 stars and do it again, and then follow or unfollow and then follow again. It just helps the algorithm. And then, of course, follow us on all of our social media accounts right down here at the bottom of the screen, and stay up to date with everything that we're doing. The best way to do it is to be on the social media accounts. We're posting Instagram stories, letting you know all the content coming out. So always be looking out for that. We're gonna have you know what? Fuck it. We'll just say it right now. We're gonna start having some Wednesday content coming out once we come back from Vegas. So starting like that first Wednesday of June, we're hoping to have our first piece of content separate from the podcast to come out. We're gonna do kind of a cycle where we're each kind of responsible for doing something. Maybe it involves everybody. Maybe it involves just one person. We don't really know yet. And we're going to have a lot of fun doing it, though.
For sure.
So, Luke, anything to leave the people?
No, man. I think we can head out.
Fantastic. No
Yeah.
4 words like Colin?
Does he get 4 words?
Yeah, he just does 4 random words.
I'll think of something for next episode to start signing off with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Feel free,
Well, usually I sign off on like music that I've been listening
That's
to.
true, but we already talked about it this
That
week.
is true. Yeah, you're
I don't
right.
think really anything came out on Friday that we missed.
No.
Yeah, not
No,
that I
not
know
really.
of. All right, well, then that's going to be all for us. You'll see both of us again on Friday. We'll catch you later. Peace.